All right.
Yan, nawala yung echo.
Yun. Yeah, that's much better. Mm. Mm. Hey, what's up?
Rob, Julian.
Julian, hello. Hope
Hey, Julian.
you're having a good evening.
Prime. Hold up. Oh,
AD Prime.
tayo lumabas. Bakit yung countdown? Ah, okay. Tara, Bruce, Doc G.
Doc G Glendale. Hello.
Hello, RJ. Good morning.
RJ,
Good
hello.
evening. Good morning. I don't know which side of the world you are on, but thank you.
Ano ba? Meron na ba nakapanood nung Heads of State? Okay ba siya?
Where can you watch it again?
Prime Video. It's a Prime Video
Ah,
exclusive. I mean,
yeah.
it's an action comedy, so I think your expectations can be managed accordingly.
Hmm.
No, I don't have Prime. That's the problem. So
Sorry ka.
Hindi mo afford Emil Nate sa dinami-dami ng dolyares na kinikita mo?
I mean, I don't have anything to watch over at Prime. So
All right.
The Office is on Prime. May
Sabi mo eh.
shirt ni Emil Nate. Yanis, kasi galit na galit si Yanis. Galit na galit din si Emil Nate palagi. Uh,
uh,
Special shout out to StreamYard. Can never cooperate.
yeah,
It doesn't work for him, brother.
we were supposed to be on StreamYard tonight at the last minute. Something.
Pinanbag kami ng StreamYard eh.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for him.
Doesn't want to put us over.
Kita lang kami ganun, ayaw magpa-put over ng ibang
Oh,
tao.
wow.
Wait naman, Bruce. But it's on Thursday, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's been a busy week.
No, tuliro ako because of the weird recording times we've had for our
You get the weekends off. You get this weekend off, I mean.
Yeah, my first weekend off in a long time.
Wow. That's
Like happy.
good. Martin, what's up?
Hello, Martin.
Wait, so you called SmackDown for this week when it was taped?
No, I
Ah, I
called the
see.
recorded version today.
Ah, okay, got it. Mike Brown on the Knicks. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's like hiring Tom Thibodeau again.
Yun nga eh, like, what changes does it make? Is what I'm referring to. I mean, they were fine under Thibs, so they should be fine under Mike Brown. And the East is going to be wide open next year. So that's their window.
All right, time to shut up now.
Please hit my music and please.
My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
I'm home.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Amen. He appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling, University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy dad. University of the Philippines, Dynamite.
Chino Diao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
Rowan ASH, bad boy ng dance floor ng Quezon City, Central Scholar University, Manila.
I love you solo.
Then you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling
Podcast. And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
OBB over.
You are watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stancy, Romoran, and Emil Nate at your service for another live stream. Bringing you yung thoughts namin on the week that was. Dami ulit nangyari as always. Dynamite 300 just happened a few hours ago, and then syempre you have Raw and NXT. Technically, as we're speaking, recorded na yung SmackDown, but it's not gonna air until the weekend. So, in the interest of avoiding spoilers, kasi malay natin, baka may iba dyan na nasa bus pa pauwi. Baka magalit pag pinag-usapan natin yung SmackDown. So, we're just gonna stick to Raw, NXT, and Dynamite. Okay ba yun?
What is there? There we go. There's the echo. What is there to talk about in SmackDown? It hasn't really aired, and as much as we can talk about the results, remember we need to have seen the thing before we talk about it.
Respeto naman.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. So yeah, we won't talk about SmackDown. We're just gonna stick to Raw, NXT, and Dynamite 300. Let's get some plugs first before we get to everything on our list for tonight. So let's start with Emil and yung Patreon natin. Teka. Before the Patreon, we gotta let people know we actually have the Pasabay going on again this week, and you have I believe another few hours to get your orders in.
Yeah, so it's the Pasabay is one of the perks of being a Patreon. So if you want to get discounted rates sa yung fees na pinapatong namin for our Pasabay. So all you gotta do is subscribe to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/wrestling podcast and gagnow.com/wrestling2xpod for as low as $5. Yun nga, nabanggit ko na kanina. If you're a Patreon, you have a special rate to the service fees. You also get the Discord server, which is always fun, and first dibs to everything. First dibs to events, tickets to to our watch parties. So everything, you always get first dibs. You always get priority. So it's always fun. It's always fun to be a part of this group. I have formed many friendships in the last 4 years with this group. So if you want to be a part of that, and if you want to be part of all the fun, all you got to do is subscribe. It's patreon.com/wrestling podcast and gagnow.com/wrestling2xpod.
There's a funny term that Madrina Abby has used when referring to us. us being her friends on the internet.
yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
basically yung digital friends niya kasi she doesn't get to hang out with a physical copy all that often. So if you need digital friends in your life who talk about wrestling and sports and TV shows and movies and food and even your work, work rants and all of that stuff.
Yeah, we have a new
Go sign up.
sub channel,
I think
diba?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think yeah. Basta the Discord community, the real Patreon program, the real Patreon program is the friends we make along the way.
Yeah.
We are your friends for hire.
I mean, you do have to pay a subscription.
Yeah. All right. Yung pasabay, di ba, na-mention na nga ni Emil, that's going on for another few hours. So get your orders in. Ito sinasabi ni Bruce that people have been shouting out yung kanyang red John Cena shirt, part of the farewell tour. And he did get it through the
Hey.
Wrestling podcast pasabay.
That's
So the
right.
link is on our Facebook page if you want to check it out. I believe it's tinyurl.com/July pasabay 2025 or something like
Yes,
that.
sir. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is there in our feed? Just go check it out.
July pasabay 2025. I got it right. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yun.
Yeah.
Ako gumawa nun eh. So I should know. tinyurl.com/July pasabay 2025. All right, let's also put over Converge and their Netflix bundle so you can legally watch your favorite WWE programs.
Si Emil Nate naka-plan 2298 sa Converge pero wala siyang Prime Video because I guess he's loyal to Netflix. If you need to catch up on the latest Netflix titles, sino nung nanonood na ng K-pop Demon Hunters dito and the third season of Squid Game, it's all available on Netflix right now. You can get it with your Converge subscription for as low as $17.98. Although it went up a little bit because of the digital tax. Thank you, Senator Rector. It gives you 300 Mbps plus a speed boost plus the experience box where you can download a whole bunch of apps, a whole bunch of streaming apps from Netflix to the other competitors that it has, and syempre yung plans from basic to premium all the way up to the most expensive one, 2298. Magkano na yung bill mo, Emil? Tumaas na di ba?
Yeah, naging 2-3. 2-3 something. It's not a
Pero kaya mo yan. Kayang-kaya mo yan.
Yeah.
Afford yan ng USD na kinikita ni Emil Nate.
Oo.
Pansasampal pa nga niya sa mga mukha niyo eh.
Pila na kayo sa suking Converge office nearby kung meron. If not, I think there is, you can apply via gofiber.ph or customer service ng Converge online. Just go look for their email on the website and they will quickly get to you as soon as they can.
Sa tulungan natin yung Converge para may pambayad sila kay Mikey Williams.
Wow! Bakit, ba't yung Converge yung bibigyan mo ng pera, ba't hindi si Gov Delta? Siya naman yung team manager ng Converge.
We're thinking a joke. Yeah, but it's under their,
Are they not, are they not playing with the company money?
I guess. I wouldn't know. I just watch the games, bro.
Yeah, I just want to see Mikey Williams play again. That's the thing.
All right. Okay, let's get to some wrestling talk, and we're going to start with Dynamite 300 and Hangman Adam Page, who opened the show and openly said that he wanted death. And death indeed was what he got. So Texas Deathmatch yung magiging matchup nila ni John Moxley at All In Texas. First off, what do you think about Hangman being the one to ask for that particular stipulation?
I'm not worried, honestly. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not worried. I'm now worried about the fact that they're putting him like so over in the build or in the last month. Now I'm afraid they're not going to pull the trigger at all. Like, ganun yung na-feel ko kanina, like, everything is going so well sa part ni Hangman. He always has the upper hand. The ops is always there to help him. Na parang at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, something's gonna happen. He's gonna lose.
I actually disagree. I think Hangman making it a Texas Deathmatch opens it to interference on his side. Because the Death Riders are going to interfere for Moxley. So at least going, fair and make it legal for his Avengers, Hangman's Avengers, to show
Yeah,
up
I know.
and even the odds. Because without DQ rules, you can bring anyone you want. Diba? It's literally anarchy in the arena for the rest of them, while it's a one-on-one match between Hangman and Moxley. So they have proven that they kind of do eschew yung wrestling logic when it comes to their storytelling. So I am not as worried. I still think that this is the way to go. Yes, I understand that we always say that if you build someone up, it's possible that they are losing because you need to build them up as a credible threat. But I feel like without building Hangman up, you don't make him look like a tough contender against Mox. And to be fair, on his part, Moxman has been doing some of the better work of his
Yep.
Death Riders run with Hangman. Because finally he has something to latch onto, and not just cut promos on random stuff that nobody knows what he's talking about. Diba? So I actually enjoy him talking about how Hangman isn't that guy, about how he's soft and weak, diba? Kasi he's in tune with his emotions, whereas John Moxley's just a killer, right? So I feel like they are, if Hangman looks good, it's because they're able to flesh him out vis-a-vis John Moxley. So I am not as worried. I feel like TK knows that this is still the way to go at his biggest show of the year.
Yeah, if you think about it, yung Texas Deathmatch, parang yun yung ano nila Bloodline Rules match. Kasi it opens up the possibility for anyone to just come in.
Yeah.
Di lang yun, di ba si Hangman had to get involved in one nung laban nila ni Swerve when they were enemies. So
And
parang,
even against Moxley in their first feud together was also that Texas Deathmatch.
yun. So I guess yun yung way niya of saying na I can stoop this low as well, di ba? You want to go low, I can get low too. Yeah, let's get to the next slide and show you that picture of Hangman Adam Page standing over Marina Shafir. She was the recipient of a buckshot lariat from the Hangman. And Emil, were you the one who felt uncomfortable seeing it on Discord?
Like I asked the Discord kanina, no, am I the only one am I a terrible person for enjoying that moment and replaying it over and over and over again? And you guys responded, and yun nga, kasi yung character
Wait, that was before we found out you were replaying it over and over again.
Oh,
I think once was enough for us.
like twice na thrice na over and over again.
Parang tong parang to yung death scene ni Eruption sa Incognito, inulit-ulit mo.
Pero naisip ko kasi her character, parang she needs her comeuppance. Because she has been really been involved in every title defense. And for some reason, the guys doesn't, the opponents or the guys doesn't really attack her. Yung kay Cope, do sa feud nga with Cope, they had to bring in Willow as a rest back. But this time, Hangman, he says he's gonna stoop low just to get what he wants, and exactly that's what happened. And I'm happy because it's time, for her to finally get her comeuppance before the actual match.
It's not just that. It is really a good moment because one, they built up this moment for all the months and possibly a year or so, where Marina Shafir had been wreaking havoc on the men in AEW. Ngayon, pwede na siyang gantihan kasi she was just a real menace, diba? And you could argue that WWE kind of threw this out first, but I feel like this move by AEW, they finally set the precedent now. Okay, if a woman is causing shit, starting shit, and being physical with the guy can finally fire back. Especially if it's really notorious in yung streak niya. And I feel like it's great that somebody finally did it, diba? Parang hindi siya domestic abuse thing, domestic violence thing. Kasi just all because, in a vacuum, it's a man hitting a woman, diba? So I know that WWE is not going to go for that because for all their for all their problematic aspects, they still won't cross that line in this era. Not like they did, 20 years ago. But I like that when AEW did it, there was a clear narrative context and a clear narrative justification as to why it had to happen.
Okay, question, just for the sake of conversation, the context is very important, as you said, diba? And I will agree there. But what if, let's say, you're from a conservative parent group and you just saw the clip, didn't follow the story at all, didn't know anything, and you see this wild guy, Hangman Adam Page, just delivering a buckshot lariat as stiffly as he could to Marina Shafir. Paano na?
Yun nga, kasi Hangman explained before the act of the reasoning why he's gonna do it.
No,
So
it doesn't matter. No, the question
okay.
is if you take it out of context, what are you gonna do? It was taken out of context.
I mean, exactly.
I mean
yeah,
that question is a no go. It's a yeah. No, it's not moot. It's literally you can't do anything because it was taken out of context. The only thing you can do is show the context. But the parameters of the question is that it's wildly taken out of context. Kung ganun, wala kang magagawa. It was taken out of context. That's what grifters do. So if you can't show the context, then there's nothing you can do.
Kasi yun nga, sabi ni Ro kanina, in its bubble, it's a man hitting a woman. And, there's nothing else needs to be said.
All right. Let's say hi to Cedric all the way from Dubai. Thanks for tuning in. Not sure if you're already based in Dubai or kung nagbabakasyon ka lang, but thank you for making us a part of your day, Cedric.
Yeah, because I just saw you a couple of months ago sa Dakila press con.
Oh, baka bakasyon lang.
Yeah.
May pera si Cedric eh. All right. Okay, let's talk about one more thing, then we'll go to break. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland were part of Dynamite today as well, and they went out and had an interaction with the Young Bucks. Tapos, nung una, the Young Bucks were still very hesitant to accept yung offer for the tag team match. Kasi sabi nila, what do we have to gain? And then Ospreay says, I've got an idea. And without even conferring with Swerve, says na, if you beat us, neither of us can challenge for the AEW World Championship for a year. And in the moment, nakakatawa yung reaction ni Swerve na parang, tell me you didn't just say that. And then Will Ospreay, very on-brand rin, diba? Kasi like before he became this universally loved babyface, yung parang the narrative surrounding Will Ospreay is that he's not the brightest bulb in the box, diba? So... it was a nice little flashback to those days, especially kung tambay ka ng internet wrestling circles like we are. So, what did you think about that offer, which the Young Bucks were so happy to accept?
I mean,
sinugal ni Swerve sinugal ni Will Ospreay yung their next year. I'm okay with it kasi for me it blurs the lines as to who's gonna win. Kasi if it was just the initial stipulation, then there's an obvious winner. But now both teams has something to give up, if they lose. So it's gonna definitely make for an interesting matchup come all in.
Ako naman, if Swerve was so Swerve confident, why would he be mad that sinugal ni Ospreay yung kanilang right to challenge for the world championship, diba? Like I would know, I would be self-assured that I would win this match. Diba? Like who cares? He can make all the bets he wants. Why would he be pissed off? But yes, obviously the answer is that to plant the seed of tension between the two of them as a team. So I get that particular narrative decision, but still, it doesn't quite align with the personality he's been showing off.
So as Swerve said in that promo, he doesn't trust Will with all that power. So doon parang you can
that's
see
a different
why
conversation. No, that's a different conversation. The entire point is, why would I think I'm gonna lose? I know.
Feeling ko rin hindi pantay yung mga nakataya for either side. Kasi for the Young Bucks, absolute power yung nakataya for them eh. Whereas for Swerve and Ospreay, it's just 1 year. Like kung may EQ naman sila, you just wait out the year if they lose.
Tsaka I can fuck around and do side quests for that year if I were Swerve or Will.
Yeah.
Which Ospreay has been doing since he signed with AEW officially.
Tama.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So hindi siya pantay. Sana pantay talaga para
No, I
maramdaman
feel
mo
like
yung
wala
tension.
I feel like wala silang maisip kasi
It
short
can't
of,
be a loser
give
leaves town match, yeah.
short of giving up their actual jobs with AEW, diba? So it is what it is.
And it's also interesting. We remember last week we were talking about like, do we really see Will and Swerve being EVPs? They explained that earlier when they say if they defeat the Young Bucks, they're basically gonna give the EVP back to whoever, like
Christopher
maybe
Daniels. Christopher
Daniels
Daniels,
or
diba?
TK.
No, wala
So
sila sinabi.
no, they said like they would parang yun nga, that's where I said earlier na Swerve doesn't trust Will with all that power, so they're gonna give it up and give it to the people is what they said earlier.
Yeah, they didn't say Daniels. They said the people.
The people, yeah.
So yun din, nalabuan din ako doon. Parang, really? You're gonna trust the people with all that power?
People power.
Did you not watch Squid Game? I think zooming out here, and I can speak from personal experience, this is I wouldn't say problem, but I guess a complicated dilemma kapag nagbubuk ka ng Luchas de Apuestas match where there's something on the line pero hindi siya equal or commensurate for both parties, diba? Kind of like when back in PWR when we put my GM title on the line against whatever Casey Montero had to give up, diba? Parang di rin siya pantay at the time. Eh. So like in retrospect, nakikita ko na unless it's a championship match or unless both of you are gonna go bald or unless it's a loser leaves town match, anything else parang one-sided talaga yung, putting something on the line for the loser.
Yeah. I don't think they needed to, but I gets ko rin naman na why would the Young Bucks agree to this, diba?
Right.
So spice up the match.
If I were them, I would have just I would have just had the losers. If Swerve and Osprey lost, they would have had to buy them shoes for the next 12 months every month for the next 12 months.
I mean, afford naman.
No. What if sinabi ni Osprey na we're gonna pull a Cody and we can never challenge for the AEW World Championship?
No,
yeah, that would have been that would have been a much better bet.
Imbis na 1 year lang.
Yeah, but 1 year lang, no? Like
but I think they also learned from the Cody the Cody mistake kasi Cody did kind of shoot himself in the foot with that one. Trying to be
limit lang din siya. Right. All right. So yeah, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the reunion of the Golden Lovers as well as the highlights from Monday Night Raw. But first, let's hear from our other podcasts right here on the Pod Network. Emil, hiningal ka ba sa dance break mo?
Nah. I don't remember like having breathy.
All right. Just checking. Okay.
Actually have a much better dance break than that. I'm gonna find it.
Okay.
Yung pala
I think
ilalapag mo pala eh.
I think I saw recently a video of me dancing to yung kanta ni Tom Jones, the Carlton one. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that.
Kala ko sex bomb yung sinasayaw mo. Tom Jones din yun, di ba?
It's a Fresh Prince Carlton dance. I don't know why I did that.
Yes, it's not unusual. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know that song. All right. Great. Incorporate natin kay babyface producer Jasper. All right.
Hanapin ko sa TikTok mo. And I've seen that before. I know I've seen that. Because you showed it. But sige, hanapin natin.
All right. While Ru goes and looks for that, let's talk about the Golden Lovers reuniting on AEW. So, Kota Ibushi came back a few weeks ago, and then ito na, finally they brought back the iconic tag team that really put both guys on the map in DDT, and most internet wrestling fans, most AEW fans, most hardcore fans recognize them for. The Golden Lovers are officially together again.
I mean, I'm
Yes.
happy. I'm happy for this. I mean, uh, but I am more happy with the fact that Kota is back to his usual self. Maybe not 100% back to his usual self, but just just enough for him to look competent and look decent in his match against Okada earlier. Like, okay, nawala yung kaba ko after seeing him the last time seeing him, diba? He was really off, but this time he got healthy enough. He spent some time, like recovering and resting, and now it looks like it's the old Kota Ibushi again.
Yeah, it was a pretty good return to form. Syempre, it wasn't like the craziest match we've seen from Kota
Yeah.
Ibushi, but he did carry himself in there. It wasn't like he was dragging ass all over the ring. So congrats to him for getting back into that shape. Let's hope that he doesn't do anything stupid anymore from here on out. He's getting older. He's getting up there in age, but doesn't look like it. He still looks pretty good for all intents and purposes. So I don't know if the team is together as a wrestling team, that as a team in the division, but I think they are together as Resbach ni Kenny for the Okada match.
What do you guys
Kasi
think about this? Na parang lahat ng good guys na singles ngayon sa AEW, kailangan ng rest back. Then again, I
Because
think
you got-
WWE ganun din eh. Parang lahat ng
Yeah.
singles guys ngayon in both companies kailangan ng rest back.
Because you
I
got
mean, yo,
heel
we-
factions. You got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Don
yeah, he's
Callis
right.
family, you got the Death Riders.
Tsaka, we have been watching wrestling for more than 20 years now. And the entire time we've been watching, we have seen the bad guys gang up on the good guys. And whenever that happens, parang we have been conditioned to accept that only the bad guys get to have the numbers, diba? Get to play the numbers game. So, I think it was a function of Vince being weird about his babyface booking, na hindi pwedeng magka-friends yung babyfaces unless it was Survivor Series season or they were in a tag team. So I like
Hindi
that
pwede magka-friend si John Cena.
Yeah,
Because like, di ba, very well established na,
Oh, yeah.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels were friends. Diba? The Undertaker would have Kane every now and then. But si Cena never, diba? It was always just Super Cena by himself.
No, but walang barkada yung faces. Like now, pwede ka magkabarkada, diba?
Right,
So
right.
I like that. I like that faces get to have friends in their corner, diba? And not make it look like a heel thing because they've always, at least Vince always liked to book the babyface as fighting from underneath. So he's overcoming all the odds, and he gets to have no friends. Diba? So that's weird, and I like that you can have friends as a babyface in today's wrestling.
Yeah, yeah. Si Ninong MJ, one of our patrons, may tinatanong kay Emil, anong klaseng kaba daw yung nawala sa'yo nung lumabas si Kenny Omega?
Okay.
Alright, so
Yeah, I
we're
was
gonna
wondering-
leave it at that kasi ayaw sumagot ni Emil. Shout out, by the way, to Ninong MJ and the rest of our Ninongs and Ninangs from the patron group kasi meron silang paraffle na tickets to Puso Wrestling
Yeah.
Carrera. And we will be announcing the winners of our raffle at the end of the live stream. So please stick around for that. We are so excited for you to join us this weekend, by the way, at Puso Wrestling Carrera. So, we've got a few tickets that we've got up for grabs. All right, let's hop on over to Raw and talk about the Women's Tag Team Championship. So, official na that Roxanne Perez is stepping in for Liv Morgan. And on top of that, she's now also officially part of the Judgment Day. So, what do you guys think of this one?
They had to do it,
Yeah.
I don't know why we had to go back to Judgment Day all belts. I guess they see that they have that the faction has more legs than it looked a couple of months back. So I'm not quite sure if I agree with this, but it's what's happening, and it's another ready-made feud for Liv Morgan to come back to, diba? So I guess Judgment Day will always be in the process of rotating its members and internally feuding with itself. So I don't know if people still like this, but Dom is still over, Finn's still over, Roxanne's over. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess people keep coming back for it.
Yeah, they have become Bullet Club, where the group stays, but the members rotate every once in a while. I feel like it was always headed this way naman eh. Even if Liv didn't get injured. Kasi that was the story that they were telling, di ba? Roxanne is coming in, trying to replace Liv. So with the injury, so parang naging convenient eh, na okay, in storyline, there's someone who's trying to get in, so might as well, di ba? So it all fits.
So after Roxanne Perez officially gets inducted into the Judgment Day, Adam Pearce let them know na you're going to be defending those titles at Evolution in a fatal four-way match against one team from Raw, one team from NXT, and one team from SmackDown, so they can prove themselves as worthy of being the champions. So I actually think this is a pretty neat way to integrate yung tag team division from all divisions of all three brands, while also kind of stacking the deck against Roxanne and Raquel.
Yeah, the championships were unified, diba? So, talagang dapat kasali ang NXT. Di lang sila sinasali kasi they were busy using the women's tag team division on the main roster. So I like that that they're using NXT now, especially more so because it's Evolution. So, yeah, they have a good idea there.
Yeah, plus it gets more people on the card. So it's a fatal four-way. That's 8 people involved.
Yun pa.
Yeah.
Kakatawa lang na it was just Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis na nag-decide. Si Ava wala. Like, she had no say in this.
I mean, why would she disagree to it? Kasi, diba, two of her ladies get used on the Evolution card.
She's a pushover GM after all, so she's
Wow, Emil.
Wow.
Shots fired against my boss's daughter.
Ba't di mo ayusin yung character niyo sa writing niyo?
Oo nga.
Ganun din pala.
Oo nga.
Na-identify mo na pala eh.
Emil Nate, daming ebas. Wala namang ginagawang trabaho. Have you guys seen the Evolution poster, by the way?
Yeah, it's terrible. It is.
Wait, I need to look it up. What?
Kakapost lang yesterday ni Triple H.
It is everyone who is anyone in the women's division on the poster. It is literally the WWE version of
the
an
Royal
independent
Rumble?
wrestling poster.
Yung Royal Rumble one time na lahat sinandun.
I guess, yeah, sure. But it's mostly an independent style poster. Like, look at all the women we have.
Oh my God.
It is lazy creative. It's lazy creative. Like, we come from the golden era of PPV posters in the 2000s. So
I mean, I see the OG Evolution ganun din eh. I have it here. Na ganun din. Parang lahat din ng mga stars nila andun sa poster. So to get everyone in, I guess.
It's bad.
I mean, how would you have made it look like a movie poster?
You use your most over woman or two women at least. Diba? Like, not everyone. Like, okay, we know that the women's division is stacked on both ends. We don't need to see it. But it's very, it's very tell not show. So
Right.
no, the second poster is even worse because there is a lot more women on that than the first one.
Yeah. So
all right. We already mentioned Judgment Day All Belts, but yeah, we do have to talk about the favorite wrestler of our boy babyface producer Jasper, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough winning the World Tag Team Championship for a second time. So prior to this, the internet was beginning to call Finn Balor Pin Balor. Like, it's become a thing on Reddit, on Twitter, kung saan ka man tumatambay online. And now Finn actually gets to win and be a champion again. So your thoughts on this one?
Maybe we should get Jasper in.
Yeah.
Oh, Jasper, you want to talk about this one?
Yeah. I think you are heard.
No, we can hear him. They can't hear him.
Man. Here's the thing. Even as much as I'm happy for Judgment for Finn Balor, the Raw Tag Team division is so bad. It feels like the Judgment Day are just the default. Like, if there's nothing going on, just give the belts to the Judgment Day. They know what to do with it. And it's sad because they never built up any tag team on Raw. Contrary to SmackDown, you got a lot of really good tag teams. That
Yeah,
were
but the
built up in the
difference
last year.
the difference on SmackDown is when they build up the tag teams, no one cares. No one cares about that block of TV because people just want the big stories. So that's a trade-off. But I get what you're saying. Anyone find it interesting that the Judgment Day worked as baby faces in this match? Like, syempre, there is no bigger heel team than the New Day. But it's funny that parang we've defaulted to the Judgment Day as being the good guys, just because we like them as people. So
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, even when we were
Anyone
calling
else
it in the
find it weird?
moment.
Yeah, right.
I also
So-
couldn't understand it. Di ko rin gets ano yung nangyayari, but I guess.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things that if you are understanding of of what's going on or how the match is being worked, it's there. But otherwise, if you're just a fan watching it and enjoying it, okay lang sa'yo. Kasi we like the Judgment Day, but it's all fun.
Yeah.
We definitely would cheer them more than the New Day. So there's that. So it's one of those things na a little inside baseball. But there is a weird this is a weird decision to have made because I don't see where it's going. If other than the fact that every division or every team rather in the division is going after the Judgment Day the way everyone is going after the Street Profits or the Wyatt Six on SmackDown.
Ikaw, Emil, any thoughts?
Yeah, I already said. Yeah, can move on.
He already.
Okay. Let's talk about the New Day here. They were tag
Finally.
team champions for 3 months, and then ikaw, Emil, your reaction is pretty telling. You just saying, finally, ano yun, are you over the New Day as champs? Over this New Day?
It's time to have a conversation with this new day. It's time.
Wow.
6 months, I think, has been long enough for us to judge how this heel turn went. It was screwed the moment Big E wasn't. It was clear that the Big E wasn't going to come back and have a storyline with them. They were dead in the water. I would rather had Savior turn on Kofi or vice versa than them turning together as heels. In hindsight, that's what I'm thinking. Like they turned on someone who isn't going to be there. Who isn't going to be there on TV weekly, and there's walang payoff. So why do they what's the turn for? And they had heat for months. They had heat. They were getting as so much loud boos, but
I think
they stalled. They stalled by feuding with the LWO so much.
No. I think the real screwed over moment was when Ray went down, and kasi yung turn nila on Big E was parlayed into a feud with LWO because Ray became the stand-in for Big E in that story. Diba? He was the guy denying them access to the locker room because of what they did. Diba?
Because siya yung locker room leader. Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Ray was feuding with El Grande Americano.
At the
Remember?
time? No, not
Yes.
That was after
No,
after the New Day feud na.
Yeah. Sure.
But I felt like yung feud with Ray wasn't as impactful as the turn on Big E because it was clear that the writers intended for Ray to be the stand-in in the story, to be the straw man of the New Day, because Big E couldn't work, diba? So they tried to do that, and it just wasn't as impactful because they wanted to see the New Day go up against Big E. Diba? I get what they were going for. I understand that they wanted to shed their almost decade-long happy-go-lucky personality, and I get it. I understand what they were trying to do as wrestlers. Diba? I think the creative let them down, as is the case with a lot of these things. And they after the Ray feud, the short-lived LWO feud, they couldn't find an opponent, a partner for Kofi and Xavier to be as compelling as either Big E or Ray. And it didn't help that Big E did not return to give his blessing to anyone after he came back for that segment where they turned on him. So a lot of moving parts that failed. I didn't want to say that the turn itself was a bad idea.
No, it wasn't.
Because no, that's what a lot of people are saying. They can't articulate the opinion that it was because the creative couldn't service them after the initial Big E turn. So a lot of people are saying that they shouldn't have turned the New Day at all. So that's not my take. That's not my stance. My stance is they did do a good job of turning the New Day. They just did not try hard enough to find them a good story. So sayang. Do I think the best thing to do is go back to being face? I don't think so soon after turning heel. Like I said, it was such a momentous heel turn for what would have been essentially a really beloved act on the WWE roster. So I wouldn't go back just because it failed. I feel like the losing the championship would be a nice reset to go find someone who can bring out the best out of the New Day the same way they felt post Big E turn.
I feel like it would be better though if they go back to the dissension between Kofi and Xavier now that they lost the titles.
And they just turned on each other. That's it.
Yeah, might as well.
Really? He wanted them to go back to square one. Remember, Emil, that's where it began. Nag-aaway sina Kofi and Woods.
Tsaka I enjoy Kofi and Xavier's chemistry as assholes.
All right.
Like they have really good chemistry as heels together, not on each other.
Yeah.
So if you break them up, you're gonna go back to the same problem now. Okay, now you have two guys who need compelling opponents on the roster for themselves, diba? Not just for together as a unit.
Di lang yun. The Raw tag team division isn't as deep as the SmackDown tag team division.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you kind of do need Kofi and Woods to still be together. Ito, I don't know if you've noticed, but the New Day have sort of been involved with Grayson Waller as of late. What if yung next move nila is to like be the tag team equivalent of Karrion Kross and Sean O'Haire?
And you run the risk of making Cross redundant when he's already fighting upwards, diba? Fighting uphill.
Interesting. All right. But yeah, kind of sad na, the New Day heel run doesn't have as much steam as it did right after, diba? Kasi like when they turned on Big E, it was all we could talk about for like the next week or two, and then now parang they're just doing the same thing. They're ranting against the city they're in, the local sports team, Big E. Every now and then, merong pahapiao na reference, and then they go about and do their thing.
I feel like the only team that could save them right now is a reformed Usos. Pero syempre, Jay is doing his thing, Jimmy's doing his own thing, diba? And then their famed arch nemesis, the Usos.
Yeah, that's kind of tough, especially since Jay and Jimmy have their own stories going on.
I guess I think the answer to the guys, they need to build up a good face tag team. That is not the Judgment Day.
Wait, sino ba face tag team sa Raw? I couldn't
New
really
Catch
think
Republic, LWO. The War Raiders.
Oh yeah, God.
LWO isn't evolved, so
Yeah. And New Catch Republic hasn't been on TV since like
yun pa. So
post WrestleMania. It's been a while.
Yeah. So yun, Emil Nate, since ikaw yung nasa writer's room, baka gusto mo gawa ng paraan.
You are the advocate, the voice of the voiceless.
Commentator lang ako, Emil Nate. Wala akong magagawa. Wala akong kapangyarihan.
Pitch mo yan kay Boss Triple H.
Ikaw lang makakagawa nun, Emil Nate. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the highlights from this week's NXT right after another Emil Nate dance break. All right, let's get to NXT, and we're going to start with Blake Monroe, who will be making her in-ring debut at the NXT Great American Bash event alongside Jordan Grace in a tag team match against Fatal Influence.
It's very interesting in a tag match. You know, so usually it's a big time singles match against probably the champion. But since Jordan Grace has a match against a champion on Evolution, so I guess this will do.
Put some respect on her name and call her
JC
JC
Jane.
Jane.
Yeah, sorry, I blacked out there for a second. Sorry. Sorry.
No, you do need to front load. It is just a special TV episode, so you do need to front load with the top of the card with this many.
No, the Great American Bash is actually on the weekend. It's
Yeah,
on the,
it is.
It's before Saturday night's main event.
Before Saturday night's main event.
Alicia,
Sort of, yeah.
this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm confused now, but okay.
So, nasa Atlanta din siya, if I'm not mistaken. Like 3 p.m. Eastern
Oh
time.
yeah.
Oh, this
Right,
is strange.
right before
Strange as fuck.
SNME. SNME is at 8 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you do need to you do need to front load this with with star power. So it's one of those things. It's a special marquee match for the women's division of NXT. That's really the answer. It's only the answer.
Yeah. I just checked sa www.com. Yes, it is on Saturday, July 12, 3 p.m. Eastern. So 3 a.m. nga dito, right before Saturday night's main event. Saan ba yung location niya? Walang location. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be in the same arena as Saturday night's main event. So right. Yeah, I'm excited to see Blake Monroe in action just to see how different she'll be in the ring as opposed to in AEW, especially coming off of that Hollywood ending, diba, for her character there. I also want to see kung bibigyan ba nila nung will they coexist trope sina Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace, given that Blake Monroe also staked her claim for the NXT Women's Championship and Jordan Grace is the #1 contender.
No, they don't have tension. Remember, Jordan Grace wants to be gay for Blake Monroe.
That's right.
Yeah. She brought up
That's no tension
that
at
music
all.
video.
That's right. I love how Jordan Grace is openly simping for all the hot girls in NXT.
You need to bi queen.
That's a married woman. She doesn't care.
Wait, bi ba siya talaga?
I mean, she's married to Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah,
I know, but is she bi? Yun hindi ko alam. I know she's married to Jonathan Gresham.
I don't know, probably.
She's horny for all the women.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite things on social media right now. Seeing what horny thing Jordan Grace will tweet or post this time.
Yeah.
And kung sino yung involved.
Yeah, that is Zarya.
Yeah. Feeling ko Jordan Grace is like all of us. Yung intrusive thoughts natin. Si Jordan Grace lang yung pwedeng magsabi. Siya lang pwedeng mag-put out in the open. So,
Legit.
God bless Jordan Grace for existing.
Yeah.
All right. In other Great American Bash news, Yoshiki Inamura will be challenging Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. What do you think of this spot for Inamura?
I love it. Oh boy, it's funny because he's like a mid carder. I would just say mid carder. No offense meant, but he isn't like the biggest star, the biggest star on Noah, but he is getting a title match on NXT on a PLE. I guess we can call it PLE.
Yeah.
So I feel like other than other than Joe Hendry, diba? He's gotten the most out of the partnership ng dalawang companies.
Yeah, from I thought this guy was gonna go back to Japan, but now he's back and he's
Even Josh Briggs did.
and that's in a prime spot. Although I don't think he's gonna win, but I guess this is parang ano siya. He broke out of the tag team with Briggs and he's now a single star, which is I love.
Pwede mo
I love
naman
to see.
papanalunin si Inamura. You can pitch it if you want.
I still think it has to be Jasper Troy though to throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just checked. The venue for the Great American Bash is Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. So hindi ko alam kung malapit or malayo sa State Farm Arena. But yeah, it's part of the Atlanta Takeover. But WWE's been doing these takeover weekends for certain cities. Yung Atlanta siya for next weekend. Same way now we're doing Perth in October. So yun. That explains why it's the Great American Bash is madaling araw ng Sunday.
Yeah, another early morning paper PLE.
Well, yes, for me and Carlo, who will be working that, you don't have to watch it live, Emil, Nate. You just have to work it live dahil booker ka. Right, finally here from NXT, Luca Crucifino has made a choice. And his choice is himself. Kasi sinunod niya yung payo ni Tita Whitney. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.
So this segment is so funny. So funny.
Who the fuck asked for this? I mean, I was legit surprised by his choice.
Ako rin, nagulat din ako.
Surprised in a way na, why? Who you? Sino ka para
Luca
piliin ang sarili?
Crucifino.
Wait, now, why are we mad that this man, who's been pulled in different directions, has finally stood up for himself? Why does this infuriate us?
I mean, no, I think it infuriates me because what happens to the feud now? Is it a three-way feud between Luca, Tony, and Stax? Is this like the NXT version of WrestleMania 20 main event? So
WrestleMania 26, remember Legacy? Ganun din, di ba? Parang it was a three-way feud.
Yeah.
Until now, di ko rin maintindihan bakit nag-away sina Cody and Teddy Biasi Jr.
Yeah, so like why? I get why, but why?
Emil, bakit? Ano ba nangyari?
I feel like it's gonna be another swerve here.
Why?
They're just really taking a long time.
The swerve was already Luca beating both guys. I mean, hitting both guys.
And then another swerve is gonna come where he's finally gonna align himself with someone.
See, no,
that's I mean, we all thought Stax was going to be aligning himself with Darkslade, but that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, this story has gone off rails. It had something, but now, like, what is it? What the hell is this?
Di ko rin alam. What if Luca Crucifino decides to go back to school and enrolls in Chase U?
No, feeling ko babalik in Evolve.
Yeah, I feel like Evolve. That's like their way of writing him off NXT TV for a while.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
And it's gonna be one-on-one lang between Stax and Tony.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nagulat lang din ako. Even in the moment when it was playing out and we were translating for all three guys, I was like, oh, all right.
God damn.
It is what it is.
Or Luca brings back 2 times.
Teka lang.
Wait.
BCC 2 times part siya ng front, di ba?
No, they killed him.
Exactly.
They killed this character.
Oh yeah, they killed 2 times. Yeah,
they pinatapon nila sa ilog.
Right.
Tinapon nila yung bangkay, so patay na siya bago pa nila tinapon sa ilog. Ano ka ba?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they also killed Pretty Deadly in his story. Look at, they ended up on TV.
You know who else they killed? Drew Gulak.
Oh yeah.
Diba? Pinaligpit din ni Charlie Dempsey.
That would be wild if they brought back 2 times.
Then again, Ethan Page did also come back from the dead.
Or they could just bring back, Nunzio to NXT.
Or where's Adriana Rizzo in all of this?
In hiding.
That's a good question.
In hiding.
Pinatago siya ni Luca.
Tony.
So she should appear in this story anytime.
I guess.
Yeah, so she should be hiding, pero 'di ba si Stax nahanap din niya si Rizzo. So kaya galit na galit si Tony kay Luca, and Tony doesn't know if he can trust Luca because Rizzo's location was compromised.
Yeah, she got got.
I like Rizzo. I will be sad if she got.
Yeah.
Rizzo is the better actor between her and Luca. So
Lalo na with her voice. Like, I have a feeling that
Yeah.
that's not her actual talking voice, diba? So,
obviously, nobody talks like that, I think, anymore.
The New York.
hindi, even yung quality ng boses niya. Kasi ang bata-bata pa lang niya, but she sounds like she smokes 20 packs a day or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she sounds like Aunt Selma and Aunt Patty from The Simpsons.
Sure.
All this Adriana talk makes me want to... Never mind. Okay. Anything else that you guys want to talk about na hindi pa natin na pag-usapan?
I think that covers everything for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Evolve.
Yeah. Watch Evolve.
Oh, yeah.
WWE Evolve, always a lot of fun. The best part is it is on YouTube. It is free,
For free,
and in full. And you can watch it live, diba? Thursday, 8 a.m. or you can watch it anytime you want. So, yeah. Puso Wrestling Carrera is happening this weekend. So let's get to our raffle draw. Babyface producer Jasper, we will need your help for this part of the show. Kasi we have, how many? 3 tickets to give away, tama ba?
Yes, 3 tickets. Yes.
So shout out again to our ninongs and ninangs from the Wrestling Podcast patron group. Papangalanan ba natin sila?
If they want to. I don't know if they want to.
Oh, sige. So unless they want to, they will be Los Patrones Anónimo.
Los Patrones 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
All right, babyface producer Jasper, paano ba to? How are we gonna draw the tickets here? I think we had like 8 or 9 people who joined the contest on sa Facebook page.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You can take one out after they win, tapos spin ulit, diba? Ganun yan.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so babyface producer Jasper is behind the wheel and he will be spinning it right now. So anytime you're ready, babyface producer Jasper, spin the wheel.
Let's go.
So everyone has a 33% chance.
33.
Kasi tatlo eh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
3 out of 8. All right, our first winner is Ferdinand Esperos Jr.
Woohoo!
Congrats.
Hey.
Ayan, may applause ka pa. All right.
Spinning again.
Next winner natin is...
Wait, let's wait. Let's wait for it to show up. Oh, sorry, I'm watching the thing. Sorry. Delayed pala yung thing. Alvaro Lima Nissan. Hey! Congratulations, Alvaro.
Congratulations, Alvaro. All right, next.
Last. Prince Lee.
Oh, Prince Lee, that's his name.
Congratulations.
Maraming salamat to all of our contestants and to our patrons na sobrang generous at nag-donate because they really just want to support the Pinoy wrestling scene. And we will see you this weekend at Puso Wrestling Carrera. Let us support our friends Main Max and Robin Sane as they try to beat each other down to raise the Pusong Pinoy Wrestling Championship. Yeah. Then, Ro, may match ka diba this weekend?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. So you'll be working commentary at Carrera.
Yes.
All right. So go say hi to Ro if you see him there. Emil, will you be in town for that?
No, I'm in Naga, unfortunately. Got caught up with work.
Okay.
But,
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there.
Okay. Tingnan natin kung...
He has to make those dollars.
Oh, yung mga pansasampal niya sa mga mukha natin hampas lupa. If Rowan and Chino show up, go say hi, go have a photo with them. You know the drill, right?
How about you, Stan?
I will be enjoying my first weekend.
Yeah, as you should.
Nawala akong trabaho in quite some time. Right. So go hit us up on social media as well if there's anything you want to talk to us about na hindi namin napag-usapan on the live stream. It is at Wrestling2Xpod on TikTok, Twitter, and Blue Sky, at Wrestling Podcast everywhere else. Individually, it is at Roas War, at Chino Supersized, at EML_Meister, at Monday Night Rowan, and at _Stan C. Thank you to babyface producer Jasper and everyone over at the Pod Network for always putting us over and making us sound good. Really appreciate you guys. And thank you for catching another episode of the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. For Romoran and Emil Nate, as well as babyface producer Jasper at the controls, I'm Stan C, reminding everyone to stay safe, stay dry, and don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast. Out. Later, Outcasts.
Peace.